Welcome, IT changemakers, to the DEX Show with Tim Flower and Tom McGraw. Let's get into it.
Hello, changemakers. Welcome to a very special mobile-centric edition of the DEX Show. I'm Tom McGraw. I'm joined as ever by Tim Flower. Tim, what's going on, man?
As ever. Tom, a long week after a vacation week, you're probably feeling the same thing. Thank God it's Friday. We're recording this on a Friday after a little bit of a break, and I'm beat. But it's interesting. I am traveling the entire month of April. I am both mobile and remote, so I'm looking forward to having this conversation.
Okay, let's introduce our very, very special guest. He's Rami Husseini. He's a director of product management for Qualcomm Technologies, where he spent around 16 years making a huge difference there, including once working on its first mobile handset. It's a huge privilege to have him on the show. Welcome, Rami.
Thanks, everyone. I'm delighted to be on the show, share some of my experiences with everyone on this program. Looking forward to it.
We are too. So, Rami, as someone who has built a career on data science, engineering, and software development, you are a techie through and through. And we know how technology has, of course, enabled mobile and remote work over the last 2 years. But how does tech now allow these new and, I think, permanent work states to thrive and become differentiators in your view?
Actually, that's a great topic. So if you look at it, actually technology has actually enabled a pretty significant transformation to our lifestyles. I mean, if you think about it now, we're able to work from anywhere, and it was quite remarkable to experience this pretty instantaneous shift. Before the pandemic, we were all working 9 to 5, and then we all abruptly had to start working from home, and it didn't really significantly impact corporate productivity. And as we evolve into a more balanced hybrid working environment, we'll see new technology leveraging AI, 5G, cloud, and all of those maximized within this new flexible work environment.
So, Rami, I'm curious. Earlier I made the comment that this week I am both mobile and remote, and I look at those as kind of two different use cases. I'm curious in your opinion on this concept of mobile versus remote and how they differ and how and when they converge. Do you see them as the same use case or different?
Yeah, very good question. So remote work traditionally meant working from home and kind of being in a more fixed location, whereas mobile kind of represents, the ability to transition from places. So you can start off at home, check a few emails in the morning, then transition and drive into the office, then go to customer sites. So it's this ability to be able to kind of move around from different locations. We were at Qualcomm, we had this vision, several years ago that drove the Snapdragon compute product, and we've seen that accelerate and come to fruition, and we're excited with where things are going. Traditionally, users face technical hurdles with mobile work due to low battery life that could only last a few hours and had limited connectivity options without cellular. Solutions to these mobility requirements have been available in mobile phones for years, with multi-day battery life, persistent connectivity across cellular and Wi-Fi. However, our collaboration with Microsoft naturally introduced these mobile solutions into the Windows PCs, where users can work from anywhere with multi-day battery life, the 4G, 5G connectivity paired with Wi-Fi to really have that persistent connectivity to the cloud. Qualcomm is really a leader in the mobile and wireless technology, and we've brought that technology into Windows PCs, which is really exciting for this new work from anywhere landscape. So whether it's enabling collaboration through AI noise suppression or using other AI technologies on the device for management security, that's what really bridged the path forward from a remote fixed location to a more mobile work from anywhere landscape, which is what I think most users want, the flexibility to work from anywhere.
Yeah, so it sounds like that customer demand for flexibility has really impacted Qualcomm's work and the customer base. You're enabling some of that capability. How do you see it evolving in the next couple of years? What's coming next?
Yeah, so if you look at the Qualcomm workforce perspective, several teams are really thriving in this work from anywhere landscape. people can be productive on their own times and their own requirements. And then if needed, we're just really a Microsoft Teams call away from collaborating with video and having that immersive experience. And then from the IT perspective, Qualcomm IT has really added Snapdragon PCs to the device catalog. So when we get new employees on board, or there's a time for device refreshes, new devices will come with Snapdragon processor, and it really is there to kind of replace traditional PCs so that they can be productive from anywhere. And then in addition to that, IT is also benefiting from the modern deployment methodologies, making it easier to onboard IT onboard employees from wherever they are, so they can essentially get a brand new device, drop ship it to an employee from whatever place they're working from, and that employee from home can boot up the device, get connected, and start working from there. From our customer perspective, there's been a massive acceleration of enterprises requesting 5G Snapdragon compute, and that really spans many verticals. We've seen it across finance, healthcare, automotive, and state and local governments as they shift to a digital-first workplace. They want more solutions that require deep knowledge of mobile technology to solve these challenges of employees starting to work from a hybrid environment. And this spans use cases in security, management, and collaboration, and video communication. So it's really nice to see this natural transition to both the employee and IT really wanting all of the Snapdragon 5G compute value props. We share the same vision for providing more personalized experiences, leveraging AI and connectivity to expand IT's charter and end user productivity. And that's where my work with Windows ISVs to broaden their capabilities and how they can utilize these technologies to enhance their applications is really helping this work from anywhere landscape. Think about how much more protected a fleet of devices can be if you're able to combine cloud AI with on-device AI, allowing you to have the high throughput of 5G. Or how much better real-time collaboration can be if you're able to block out background distractions like dogs barking or the wind blowing that you can hear and be heard by your team members. Once you really tap into those capabilities, you unlock the limitless of being able to work from anywhere.
You just mentioned 5G there, Rami. Let's focus in on it. How significant have the last 2 years been for the deployment and also the harnessing of all that potential that is in 5G in your view?
Absolutely exciting. 5G proliferation has been rolling out at massive scale, and we're seeing incredible applications develop because of this increased adoption. 5G is quite a leap forward because it has a wider capacity and it also has a higher throughput. It's not purely just a faster network speed, it also means you can connect more devices to it. When it comes to 5G PCs, we're actually seeing enterprises use them to embrace the hybrid work lifestyle. This means that they're maximizing their digital transformation investments because employees can access their corporate resources from anywhere. IT is using modern deployment and security solutions to onboard and protect their corporate fleet of devices. They're also able to issue out compliance and security patches instantly and maintain visibility in real time.
Yeah, Rami, Tom and I often, or we frequently enjoy looking down the road and what's coming next. And I'm curious about your thoughts of the next phase of digital transformation. If you look at cell phone providers now, and they've done it in the past, but I think it's more and more visible with 5G, the advertisements around 5G home Wi-Fi. You can get rid of your cable Wi-Fi router and just go with a 5G router. Is this the next phase where internet connectivity at useful speeds just becomes the always on, always there background signal where we can always connect?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement in that space. 5G is really kind of that critical piece for the next phase of digital transformation. If digital transformation is about migrating workflows to the cloud, then really having fast blazing speeds and higher capacity will be paramount to that evolution. From an enterprise standpoint, 5G can actually increase operational efficiency and reduce costs. So we have 5G private networks that enterprises can deploy. And what that does is it simplifies with a fixed wireless access points and really not having to run long coax cables across the entire campus. This leads to more and more devices that can connect to the network and also allows access to their corporate tools and resources. Along with these networks will be more devices that we're able to connect with them, including 5G Snapdragon PCs. If you have a corporate fleet of devices that are always on and always connected, they're continuously visible for IT to maintain compliance and get real-time analytics to the health of the device. It'll actually help them make better and smarter decisions on how to maximize end user productivity and also ensure the protection of their confidential data.
And the other side of the equation, and a lot of the conversations I have with both my mentors as well as mentees, is how technology impacts us as people and as technologists and individual careers. What excites you the most about the way digital transformation is going to impact the digital workplace in the next couple of years? Do you think it's going to be the time of real high growth professional transformation, both for users of technology as well as the practitioners?
You know, everything's actually changed over the last 2 years in terms of how business operates, right? So from employees, how employees can actually in teams collaborate and how they talk to customers. It's almost exclusively done through digital mediums. I'm really excited that employees have the flexibility to work from the location they're most productive and while having the corporate office to physically meet with colleagues. This professional transformation, where most employees are essentially mobile workers, will really depend on new devices and solutions that enable them to continue to be productive from wherever they decide to work. It's actually really exciting to see this new user demand align with the Snapdragon core value props of delivering mobility to the Windows PC. Our collaboration with market-leading ISVs will actually offer breakthrough solutions for this mobile workforce. With that being the case, enterprises will have the ability to leverage digital technology in the cloud and on the edge to move their mission forward.
Let's talk hardware specifically, Rami. What's the vision for hardware for this coming period? First of all, in terms of the devices themselves, but also how you expect them to evolve within this changing environment.
Yeah, at Qualcomm, we actually believe in enabling the connected intelligent edge. This means with the evolution of wireless technology, more and more hardware devices will be connected and have on-device AI. For the PC ecosystem, we expect OS providers and the ISV community to leverage this intelligence to create powerful apps that can combine hardware and cloud intelligence capabilities for truly immersive and relevant experiences. To fully actualize these features, PCs will need to have a dedicated AI processing engine to run these tasks quickly and efficiently. You can really imagine a future where companies get smarter about protecting their devices, getting analytics about employees' wellness, and make more informed investment decisions based on how their employees use deployed applications.
So one of the things that always concerned me in enterprise IT as I managed engineering teams and support teams was the volume of PCs that went out the loading dock doors, right? All of the devices that we dispose of, and now as a society, we probably throw away more phones than PCs. We're refreshing phones every couple of years. How do you see sustainability as it relates to hardware, right? What's the key balance between the environmental priorities and the demand for innovation that requires new hardware?
Yeah, a huge part of driving sustainability is about lowering your carbon footprint. So, especially as technology tends to consume a lot of energy to operate. It's always been our goal to maximize power efficiency so that our systems reduce carbon emissions. For example, we did studies and found that our platform can use up to 3 times less power than competing processors, which could be equivalent to 400 carbon tons saved for a company that has 37,000 employees. Not only that, our systems remove the need for fans, which actually removes unnecessary materials. All this is to say that when sustainability is part of the design philosophy, you'll tend to find a way to deliver the best experiences and achieve your sustainability goals.
It's a good point. It's the benefits to the environment, to moving to new technology, new hardware could outweigh or will outweigh the downside of replacing that hardware. It's a good point. I'm curious though too on a lot of what Tom and I talk about with folks is the impact on the human beings, right? We've talked a lot about technology and the bits and bytes today, but how significant do engagement and digital employee experience figure into your thinking about hybrid work and how this is influencing your working with customers?
Yeah, it's actually a big part of what we do. Our foundation is in mobile, so enabling hybrid work or work from anywhere is actually a part of our DNA. Our customers know us as a wireless solutions leader, so our expertise is constantly being sought after in terms of how enterprise can build a scalable digital strategy for that employee experience. Everything from 5G private networks to IoT to XR to always connected PCs. These are all technologies that we pioneer that are helping modernize businesses.
And at this juncture, I mean, we'd love to really hear specifically all about Qualcomm and NextThink's collaboration.
Yeah, we've had such a great collaboration with NextThink. We've enabled their market-leading solution for Windows on Snapdragon, and IT can now has the ability to use NextThink's solution on Snapdragon-powered PCs to get real-time analytics on users so they can be more productive on how they manage the workforce. We're collaborating with them to build dashboard templates, and this will be used to showcase our joint solution with NextThink's data visualization tools that highlight the Snapdragon value props of multi-day battery life, always on, and connectivity when deployed in the enterprise customer deployments. So it's a really great collaboration with NextThink, and we're excited to bring our joint solutions to market.
Superb stuff, Rami. Listen, some real insights there into the future of hybrid work. Lots to think about. Thanks so much for coming on the DEX Show. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks, Rami.
Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
To make sure that you never miss an episode, subscribe to the show in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast player. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a rating of the show. Just tap the number of stars you think the podcast deserves. If you'd like to learn more about how NextThink can help you improve your digital employee experience, head over to nextthink.com. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.